Now moving to the study of these glands in detail. Again moving to pituitary, since we have discussed so many in pituitary, but according to NCERT view, let's focus on the main ones. Pituitary secretes a number of hormones, as I have discussed, but one of them is the mainly that we have to cover is growth hormone. Okay, what it secretes? Growth hormone. What it controls? Obviously the human growth, the development of bones and muscles. And muscles. When we talk about this hormone, it may lead to a deficiency or it may be secreted in excess. Right? If this growth hormone is secreted in a deficit amount or deficiency or excess, it may lead to dwarfism. That happens during childhood. Okay, and if this is secreted in excess, the person may be having too much growth hormone and will become a very tall or giant. Giantism. So, can be a dwarfism problem, can be a gigantism problem. It's only during childhood. If this excess hormone is secreted during puberty, then person may have acromegaly. It means that person may show protruding chin and long limbs. Means his forelimbs will touch the knee joint. That is in acromegaly. So basically what happens, if this is in less amount, secreted in less amount, then person will be very short and become a dwarf. Otherwise too much secretion will make him very tall and we call it gigantism. Improper secretion during puberty may lead to acromegaly, that is excessive during puberty. Acromegaly, where the protruding chin and long limbs is the result. Next one, thyroid gland. When we talk about thyroid gland, location is, it is attached to the windpipe. To the windpipe, that is your tracheal tube on both the sides. It's a lobular organ around the windpipe on both sides. Now, and it makes a hormone or secretes a hormone called thyroxine, which controls all the metabolic processes. Now, this thyroxine contains iodine in it. Function of thyroxine is to control the rate of metabolism of, it controls the rate of metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats in the body. Alright, so oxidation of these three is taken up by thyroxine. It means iodine is necessary for the formation of thyroxine hormone. If there is a deficiency of iodine in our body, then automatically it may lead to a disorder or a disease where thyroxine will be produced in less amount. Ultimately, these three are not metabolized properly and a disease is observed which is known as goiter. Main symptoms of this goiter are the neck region. It appears to be swollen. due to the enlargement of this thyroid gland, which is located in the neck region. So here people are advised to use iodized salt, देश का नमक. Add आती है ना, देश का नमक, टाटा नमक. That's what, iodized salt. Any salt which contains iodine in it. Why? So that we can prevent this goiter disease. Why this goiter is to be prevented? Because goiter is caused due to the lack of functioning of metabolites. And why did it happen? Because thyroxine was not functioning properly. Thyroxine was not functioning properly because it did not contain iodine. So, iodine is required by the thyroid gland to make thyroxine. And iodized salt, it contains appropriate amount of iodine compounds. Which iodine compound? Potassium iodide that we are talking about. Okay, so it can prevent this disorder as it can sufficiently produce this thyroxine in our body. Okay, next one. Parathyroid. These are 4 small parathyroid glands which are generally located in the ducts of this thyroid gland only. हमने thyroid बनाया था ना? Over there, the 4 globular, the dots that I have made, these are the parathyroid glands which are embedded in the thyroid gland. Embedded in thyroid gland. Now, what do they secrete? Parathormone. Parathormone. What is this parathormone responsible for? Regulation of calcium and phosphate level in the blood. Clear? Moving to thymus, the next one. We are doing glands first and then we are talking about their secretion, then its functioning. What the secretion does. Thymus, where is it located? In the lower part of neck and upper of chest. Okay, what it secretes? It secretes thymus, as the name is thymus. Now, what it helps in? It develops the immune system in the body. Immune system in the body. You know what happens? This gland is very large when you are young children, but it shrinks after puberty. Alright, so this basically is in its full swing or large when it is at puberty, or mainly young children till puberty, and it shrinks after puberty. So elderly people show less immunity just because the thymus is not secreted properly. Next is pancreas. Pancreas. Right, where is it located? Just below the stomach, that we have done also. We have done the exocrine part. Now today we will be doing the endocrine part. Just below the stomach. You know, when we say that this leaf-like pancreas organ, it secretes pancreatic juice, that is its exocrine part. Why? Because that juice is secreted through the duct. Now we are talking about its endocrine part. That means this, what the cells are secreting in it and how these secretions are poured directly into the blood. So pancreas is also known as a dual gland. Why dual gland? Because it has its exocrine part where it releases its secretion, that is pancreatic juice, for digestion, and endocrine that we are going to cover today, that it release hormones like insulin and glucagon for the development of sugar. That means how to control sugar in the body. Clear? Development of our hormones. So this is what we are going to cover in pancreas. We say, now coming to the endocrine part, it secretes a hormone insulin. Secretes insulin. What is the function of this insulin? Lowers blood glucose level. All right. Now, what will happen if this insulin is basically less in our body? Means if this is less, if this is in excess, what will happen? If insulin is not working properly, that means lack of insulin hormone will lead to a problem, diabetes mellitus. Okay, this is characterized by a large quantity of sugar observed in blood as well as urine. And since this hormone insulin, it regulates the amount of this insulin into the blood, this insulin metabolizes the sugar into the blood, then this sugar, it is not controlled, and ultimately it releases into the blood as well as the urine. Now, if due to some reason pancreas does not produce and secrete sufficient amount of insulin, then the level of this blood sugar rises, this glucose rises. Over then also it is also released into this blood as well as urine of a person. It is harmful because excessive sugar will make the person diabetic, and diabetic persons are always advised by doctors to take less sugar in their diet. And commonly it can be controlled by reducing your weight, by controlling your diet, by doing the physical exercise, taking medicines. But whenever this problem reaches to a maximum, means the insulin production in the pancreas is not at all happening, then these people are given injections related to it. Okay, so what insulin does? It lowers the blood glucose level, and lack of insulin, it may lead to diabetes mellitus, which is spotted by the excessive run of sugar into the blood as well as urine. Moving to adrenal gland. Where are these located? On the top of kidneys. And what do they secrete? Adrenaline. Adrenaline hormone. What this hormone does? This hormone is always secreted in very small amount. Children, all these hormones are secreted in very less amount. It's not that these are secreted in kilograms, in trace amounts, very like a peanut size. Then function is to regulate heartbeat, that we say heart rate, breathing rate, then blood pressure, then carbohydrate metabolism, and this is always secreted whenever a person is frightened. Meaning this is also known as emergency gland and emergency hormone. Adrenaline hormone is the emergency hormone and adrenal gland is the emergency gland. Because whenever you are frightened, whenever you are excited, this hormone is mainly secreted in very large amount, and it prepares our body for all that action that the body has to take. What kind of action? It speeds up the heartbeat, it speeds up the breathing rate, it raises the blood pressure, it quickly leads to the metabolism of carbohydrates and provides us intense energy. When does it happen? Supposingly you are walking normally and a dog starts chasing you. What will you happen? You will start running at double the speed of what you are exactly running with. Right? So, generally to protect yourself from this kind of emergency situation. That's why this gland is also known as gland of emergency. And this hormone is an hormone of fight, fright or flight. I'm writing here. It's an hormone of fright, fight and flight. Fright, fight and flight. Alright. Whenever we have to tide over that emergency situation, carbohydrate metabolism allows more glucose to run into the blood to give us lots and lots of energy to fight or to flight. Flight is to run away from that given situation. That's why this is a gland of emergency. Right? Moving to the next one. It is testes. Testis. Okay? Glands present only in males. And it makes the male sex hormone. That is known as testosterone. This testosterone is mainly functional to control development of male sex organ and secondary sexual characteristics. These are like a deeper voice in case of males, mustache that starts coming in this age, beard and more body hair. All these characteristics are associated with the male puberty, okay, and we call them secondary sexual characteristics. These are attained by boys at an age of 13 to 14 years, because puberty is achieved in this age, 13 to 14 years, and this is what they help in. Along with that, the main function is, or the primary function is, the process of formation of male gametes known as sperms. Okay, that is what testes are helpful in. Then moving to ovaries. Ovaries which are present only in females. And there are two female sex hormones which are secreted by these ovaries. One is the estrogen, another one is progesterone. Estrogen can be written as oestrogen also. Both are correct. Don't worry. We call it estrogen. The function of estrogen is basically to control the development of female sex organ and female features. Clear? What are the female features? The secondary sexual characteristics. These are feminine voice, soft skin, then is enlargement of mammary glands, along with hair in the pubic area, that in males also, hair in the pubic area. So these are few secondary sexual characteristics which are maintained. Along with, what do they help in? It will be helpful in the production of ova, that means the egg. Clear? During puberty, and puberty is attained here in 10 to 12 years, little earlier than the boys. And this progesterone, this is helpful in bringing the changes in the uterine wall. When this is useful in bringing the uterine wall changes, as well as in menstrual cycle. Why so? Because this is mainly a hormone that is more or less related to the pregnancy, because it helps in maintaining the uterine wall during pregnancy, and it breaks the menstrual it starts the menstrual cycle, and helps in breaking the uterine wall, which is responsible for the onset of flow of the menstrual cycle. So this is about the hormones. Let's discuss what is a feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism, also known as the stop back arrangement. Feedback क्या होता है? Meaning the excess of or deficiency of hormone always has a bad effect on our body, right? But how do we know how to control these secretions, control the hormones? It's not easy for us to control. Now the timing and amount is released by various glands are secrete. This is basically controlled by the feedback mechanism, in which our body cells, they only control the hormone secretion. How? I'm taking an example. If the sugar level, I'm writing it down, if the sugar level in the body, it increases, okay, then what will happen? This increase is detected by the cells of pancreas. What will the cells of pancreas do? These cells of pancreas will respond in what manner? These will respond in producing or secreting, whatever word you are comfortable in by now, secreting more insulin into blood. Why more insulin? Because भाई शुगर लेवल बड़ा है, ठीक है, तो इंसुलिन ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस होगा, more insulin into blood, and automatically what will happen? This more insulin will control the blood sugar level, and the blood sugar level falls to a certain extent. Clear? Then automatically the secretion of insulin is reduced. धीरे धीरे ये इंसुलिन सिक्रीशन भी नॉर्मल हो जाएगा, राइट? दिस इज कॉल्ड द फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म दैट आवर ओन सेल्स, बॉडीज ओन सेल्स will detect and control the hormone secretion. All right, this is all for the hormones, human, that is what is seen in a human body.